400. So that's the last final 100-mile marker before we get to Santiago. Hitting Sarria is just an exciting milestone for me because we've been hearing about it from the beginning. Sarria is the town where a lot of people start their pilgrimage because that's all that's required to get a Compostela in Santiago. From this point forward, we have to get 2 sellos or stamps in our little credentials book just to, I guess, try to validate that you actually did the miles. So from now on, we have to make sure we do that. So a lot of the bars that you stop at have them, some of the cathedrals, and it's been really fun collecting them, honestly. Yay. Ah! Officially 100 kilometers left. Ooh. About to roll into town, bright and early in the day at 7 p.m. Are you ready to hike 14 miles in the rain? Yeah. Never really done this poncho laugh thing until now, and it's a real struggle to do it. Oh, I might have just to do it by yourself. So that's the only word if you want it over your pack anyway. So that's. Other than that, it seems really nice to be aerated from underneath, so you don't get sweaty, and it helps have a layer of redundancy for your stuff, keeping it dry in your pack. But if you got a hiking buddy like mine back there, then the poncho is probably good. Otherwise, you just need to exercise or stretch your arms so that you can become more limber than I am, apparently. Did you get yours?
Yeah.
Or be young than I am. Let's We are. I mentioned in Sarria that I was surprised that we didn't see a crowd because I knew a lot of folks would be starting from there, but we found the crowd. We've been hiking around a lot of folks today, which honestly on rainy days is really kind of nice, just knowing that you're not alone. And we're staying in an area tonight though that has several albergues, so I don't think we'll have to stress over having a bed. What's interesting to me is that you can tell who has been at this for a while and who is just starting based on just the general vibe, really. Everyone, there's definitely a contrast. The folks who have been at it for a while, especially on the rainy, windy days, folks who just started are still very cheery and excited, and you can see a light in their eyes that, you know, they're just happy to be on this journey, even if they're embracing the suck from the start. And then those of us who have been out here a little bit longer are more hardened, especially the ones who have been in the rain now for a week or two. I can't really keep up with time. So I would say that's something that's kind of unique to this pilgrimage, is seeing the contrast of those who are excited because they see a light at the end of the tunnel, and then seeing the ones who are excited because it's the beginning of their journey. This is something that we've just started seeing on the menu. It's called Santiago cake, because we're near Santiago. Look, y'all, we got the power strip to ourselves. We could sleep in several of these beds. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying, this whole albergue
like the other rooms too. We're the only people here. Even the people who work here were not here past 7:30. Me and Montana are having a slumber party. Yay! Yay! Hush. I think this might be the coolest looking caterpillar I have ever seen. Check out that horn.
We finally had a break in the weather. We looked ahead at the next few days to kind of see what the weather is supposed to do. And it's showing that for 3 days, we'll have no rain. And that's really what we're going for. So as of yesterday, we were less than 50 miles from Santiago. So we're hoping to finish in 3 days, including walking today. We just don't want to walk in and finish on a day that's completely cold and rainy and miserable.
One of the last suppers before we're officially in Santiago.
The first attack dog of the trip. Okay, we're leaving. Montana's been saying the whole time, jokingly, well, halfway jokingly, that she's just ready for it to be done so that we can go to Italy and enjoy Italy. And I think a lot of people who are on a long journey like this kind of feel like that. I mean, obviously you enjoy it, but it feels like it's never going to end. And then, as it gets close to the end, you kind of don't want it to end. And I was wondering if I would see that transition in her. And yesterday she said to me, she's like, I don't want it to be over yet. And then she started looking at the map on Snapchat, her little Bitmoji thing, teenagers these days. And she saw how far we've really traveled. You know, she's like, oh my gosh, we've almost walked a whole country. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's the point. Just seeing that progress and the excitement in her to see that progress was just, I don't know, very rewarding for me, not only because I've also experienced this myself, but just experiencing it with her. Montana has scrambled eggs with cheese. I have local cheese from Arzua, and they didn't even charge me extra for the bug that's squished on it. It is Santiago Eve. It is 7 p.m. and we're still walking because most people stop with about 12 miles to go, it seems. But we didn't really want to have to do 12 miles in the last day. For the next week, it's gonna be raining. So we decided if we go 6 more miles, we'll only have 6 to do to get into Santiago tomorrow. Then maybe we can get our certificate and have time to explore. So we're gonna probably be doing a little bit of night hiking tonight to get to where we're going. Thankfully, they allow us to check in until midnight. We'll have a private room for our Santiago Eve night. We won't have to get up super early and no snoring. And tomorrow is Santiago. Does it feel real though, for real? No. Montana's sad now.
I'm not, but look at the frog.
He's posing.
Okay, he may be dead.
Oh. civilization. Is that you? Yay! I think it was that other. We were a little stressed because reception appears to be closed. But voila! Boom. I'm perfect. Oh, we get to sleep close to each other, Montana. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's the final countdown. There it is. There it is. She broke. Our last view until we descend into Santiago. Are we there yet? We actually made it. Ah! Oh my gosh. Santiago was so much more than I honestly thought it would be. I thought that we'd get there and it would just be another cathedral, but we ended up running into so many people that we've met along the way and celebrating with them. We took a zero that we weren't really expecting to take, but it gave us more time to tour the cathedral, which is actually under a lot of reconstruction right now. But the only thing that was really open for us to see was the main kind of feature of the statue of St. James. We also decided to attend the Pilgrim's Mass in Santiago because when in Rome, or I guess when in Santiago, except early on we decided that just walking to Santiago wasn't going to be enough for us. So we are gonna walk to Finisterre. I mean, we started at the border of France, so why not walk all the way to the coast? Montana's pretty determined that she wants to be able to know that she walked across the whole country before. So that's what we're doing. Oh man, this is tricky. Yay! They're spying. What creeps? They're way out there, guys. It works.
Finisterre was known in Roman times as the end of the world. So I just think it's cool. Not only are we going to walk across the country of Spain, but we're going to the end of the world as far as the Romans are concerned. Who are you looking for? You need to be looking for your home. Billy. It's like he's waiting on us, seriously. We tried going the other way and it didn't work. He wants to walk with us and them. You need to go home now. This is where we go. Oh, maybe. No, he's not. Maybe he'll. No, he's starting to come back. So this dog followed us for about 2 miles from the last town to this town at the albergue we're at now. And the ladies working here saw me fretting and keep going outside and looking for the dog, and because he was just standing out there. And she said, "Pero?" And I was like, "Sí." And she more or less told me that he walks with the pilgrims down to here and then turns around and goes home. So this whole time we've been stressing, and it's his thing. This is something that he just does. So now we know. I'm just glad to know that, so that I'm not just stressing over it all night. Montana's over here having pre-breakfast on her last day on the journey to the coast. On the journey to this coast. Day. Yeah, because we go to the end of the earth today. This is our last day of walking in the rain. We've got 16 to 17 miles today, and we'll have walked the entirety of Spain from the border of France all the way to the coast. I don't know that we're going to be able to see the coast for the rain, but we'll be there, and we're gonna celebrate. As we get closer and closer to the coast, I find myself wondering, have I met all of the goals that I meant to accomplish when we came out here to do the Camino? And the first one was I wanted to just spoil myself after doing the Triple Crown. I always heard about this wonderful land called the Camino in Spain, where you could go and enjoy the modern comforts of everyday life while still backpacking across a country. And that's exactly what we did. And second, I really wanted to enjoy a completely different culture. And not just enjoy it, but also have misery in it and have struggles in it and just be immersed in something completely different than what I had ever known. With having to communicate with somebody for my sister to receive medical care, having to ask for things at restaurants, it's been a struggle. But I don't get the sweats anymore when I have to talk to somebody who speaks only Spanish and does not speak English. It's awesome. I go up and I just make it happen, and I don't get so nervous, because before I would almost avoid conversation, and now I find myself longing to have conversation with people and just put myself out there and trying, even if I make a fool of myself. And I'm all the time preaching, get comfortable being uncomfortable, because that's how you grow. And finally, I just wanted to go on an adventure with my little sister that we could both enjoy. I don't have children, but my much younger siblings are kind of that for me in the way that I want more for them. I want them to see more than I did and to do more than I did. Allowing her to get out and see something different than Opelika, Alabama, for example. I've seen her come out of her shell out here and learn a lot of different things, and I just hope that from here on out she'll kind of carry this experience with her and long for more things like this. But it's been great being able to share this time with her, because as everyone grows up, they kind of branch out and do their own things, and so I don't know if we'll both ever have the time to do something like this together again. So all in all, I'd say that my goals have been accomplished, and now we're fixing to complete our steps from the border of Spain all the way to the coast. Yes. Oh my gosh. We've actually walked to the coast though. That's insane.
Fun.
This is the town of C. Today we met and have been walking quite a bit with a couple from New Zealand, so much so that we were just trotting along and I looked over and thought, oh, that's a really pretty lake. And then I realized it's not a lake, it's the coast. So we have officially made it to the coast, and we were in the town of C for lunch, CEE, so I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but C at the sea sounds good to me. And I just can't believe that we've actually walked from the border of France across Spain to the coast. It's blown my mind, but I haven't touched the water yet. I'm not gonna do that until I get to the point and see the lighthouse there at the end of the world. It's the final countdown.